Hey everyone, it's Nicole Mitchell and happy Friday, happy YouTube video. I am super excited about this message that I decided to stand and record this message, which is different because I usually sit, but I'm so fired up about this that I have to stand. I've got my black little notebook that has all my notes that I'll be looking at. But today I wanted to talk about living a brave life. Recently, I had a friend text me, it was a couple days ago, and she took a picture of a book, and it had some title about living a brave life, and she sent me the picture and said, Nicole, I could totally see you writing a book like this. And I was like, man, that's good. And then I got another text from someone saying, hey, could you do a video about living a brave life? Like, how do you do it? How do you tackle your fear? How do you overcome your fear to do what you feel called to do and be brave? And I thought, okay, we're going to do a video because this is a theme that when people talk about me, they use the word brave, and which is funny because when I think of myself as Nicole, right? I don't think of myself as brave. I just think of myself as me doing me, living my life. But people find it inspiring, which is great because that's why I do what I do, which is to inspire other people. And it's other people who've been describing me as brave. And it is accurate. Like if you've been following me for some time, you've known that I've done some pretty brave things with my life, very honest things, some very difficult things. And I don't shy away, at least initially. But I know that whenever we see someone doing something brave or powerful or inspiring, it can be easy to think, that they're different. Like, oh, they're so lucky, they're so brave. They're so lucky, they're so confident. If only I was that brave, if only I was that confident. But I want to actually tackle that myth because that's not true. So my first point for living a brave life is that bravery doesn't belong to a select few. Bravery is available to all of us. Did you get that? Write that down, whether you type it in the comments below or you write it or type it out in your own Word document or in your journal. Write this down. Bravery does not belong to a select few. Bravery is available to all of us. And I share that because for some of us, for some of you who are watching, you have this desire to want to change something, to want more, to want something different that you currently don't have. And you're feeling this impulse to be brave, to do something you've never done before, and it's scary. And then you feel bad for wanting something different or wanting something more because you have good things in your life. And then you feel bad that because you have good things in your life and yet you still want more, that you must be greedy or selfish or a bad person. But it's not true, right? If you have good things in your life, awesome. I'm glad you're aware of it. Be grateful for it, which I already know you are, because you wouldn't be concerned about being a bad person or a greedy person or a selfish person if you weren't a good person, okay? So you have a good life, awesome. And you want more? Of course you want more. That's the most natural thing in the world, right? We live in a universe that has been expanding since the beginning of time. So it's the most natural thing for the universe to do, and it is the most natural thing for you to want to grow and expand and thrive and change and live differently than how you're living right now, right? That doesn't make you bad, selfish, or greedy. That makes you human. That makes you normal. That makes you natural. You wanting something more or different. I actually take it as a sign, as a good sign and as a sign of growth. If you're wanting something different, if you're wanting something more, if you're wanting something better, I take it as like you're growing, you're evolving. And my God, I hope you're growing and evolving because we have this long, beautiful life. Let's make the most of it and grow and thrive. Also, this will have to be a whole nother video, but this idea of like, I'm talking about myself, and so many people I've talked to have the same struggle where I was terrified to trust myself and my desires because I thought my desires are probably inherently bad, sinful, wrong, wayward, selfish, greedy, so I can't trust my desires, which means I can't trust myself. I was terrified to trust myself. But here's the thing, like trusting yourself and trusting your desires is crucial to your thriving, to your flourishing, and to your success. Because you are the only person on this entire planet that knows the core of who you are. You're the only person. No one else knows the core of who you are like yourself, right? And you're the only person that you're going to live with for the rest of your life right? So it is crucial that you learn to trust yourself and trust your desires, because that is key to living a brave and successful and flourishing and thriving life. Turning the page. Secondly, if you're feeling this urge or this impulse to grow, to evolve, to change, to want something more, to want something better, you're going to need bravery, right? And the good news is it is available to you, right? So the first point is bravery is not for the select few. Bravery is available to everyone. And secondly, if you're feeling called to do something new, different, expansive, growing, evolving of some sort in your life, you're going to need bravery, and that bravery is available to you. And here's the thing. There is so much power in making a decision. Especially and specifically, especially a decision that requires bravery. So if you're feeling called to do something that's going to require bravery on your part, there is power in just making the damn decision. The longer we sit in this like, oh, I don't know, it's so complex, it's so scary, it's so confusing, I don't know. When we're in that space, all of our power like diffuses out this way. But when you make the decision that, okay, I'm going to be brave, I'm going to do this thing that I feel called to do and it scares the crap out of me, you're then able to take all that passion, all that energy, all that creativity, all that thinking, all that strategy and channel it into this area. So there is so much power in making a decision, so you're not wasting energy in all these random unnecessary places and ways, but you channel it to the very thing that you're gonna need your energy for, okay? So make the decision. If you feel this tug in your gut, in your heart to do something, don't ignore it. Listen to it and decide to do what it's telling you to do. Okay, so for example, I think it's Jen Sincero, or maybe Glennon Doyle, two women I absolutely adore. But I think it's Jen Sincero who shares, and I've not researched this to back it up, but even if it's not true, it's a powerful metaphor, that when a plane takes off, it uses 70% of its fuel just for takeoff. All right, same thing, the same truth applies to you doing something new, big, different, or scary that requires bravery. You're gonna need a lot of fuel for that initial decision and that initial action. And just to give you an example from my own life, back in October, when I decided to come out publicly out of the closet as queer, I was terrified, right? I actually felt really brave until I hit publish on the video on YouTube and posted on all my social media sites. And once I did that, then I was terrified because I knew there was no taking it back. It was out for the world to see. I could not hide from it if I wanted to. And I was scared to death. I was sick to my stomach. And after I published that, it was on a Friday morning, I then spent the next 3 days in bed. From an emotional, vulnerable, mental hangover, right? It took everything out of me to post that video. So I needed the power in making the decision to do that. I needed to have all my energy, all my power channeled in that area and that decision to publish that video because I knew it was going to require a lot of energy out of me, and it did because I spent 3 days in bed recovering from that decision. But the good news is, after you make that initial hard, brave decision, it gets easier, right? It requires a lot of upfront emotional, mental energy, but it's not going to be like that for the whole journey. That would deplete us. That would exhaust us. That would wear us out. That's not what it does. But if something is calling, if you're feeling called to do something brave, new, scary, different, more expansive, that initial decision can be scary, but there's a lot of power in that decision. So don't back down or shy away from that decision. Make the decision. Okay, third point. Do the thing you feel called to do sooner than later. Like today, not tomorrow. Now, not tonight. Because we're really, really, really good at talking ourselves out of doing the very thing we feel called to do. Our brain trumps our intuition way too often. Right? Our intuition is always guiding us to what is highest and best for us, but we use our brain, our logic, our fears to talk us out of it, right? Our ego tries to keep us safe and to play small. And when our intuition is trying to have us go bigger and expansive and to grow and be brave, we find ourselves in this battle. And if we wait long enough, we will talk ourselves out of the very thing our intuition, our gut is telling us to do. So do it sooner than later. Another example. when I decided I was going to come out publicly, I decided I was going to create a video and post it on my YouTube channel and then share that on all my social media sites. Well, it was one night, and it was 10:30 at night, and I was like, oh, I can't record it tonight because I don't have lighting, right? I'm dependent upon natural lighting because I don't have one of those fancy cool lights that give you light any time of day or night. So I was like, well, I have to wait till morning now to record my video because I don't have any lighting. And yet I knew if I did not record that video that night, I would not do it in the morning. I'd be too terrified. I would talk myself out of it. I would chicken out unless I did it now. And that's why if you go to my very first coming out video, it's a crappy quality. The lighting's dark, I'm slightly blurry. I'm even holding the camera with my hand because I knew if I got off the couch and walked over to get my camera stand and walked back, in that mere seconds of a walk, I would talk myself out of making the video. I knew right then and there on that couch, on my butt, and whatever clothes I was wearing, whatever my makeup was like, with the horrible lighting that was there, I had to make the video now or I wasn't going to do it. So whatever it is you feel called to do that requires bravery, do it now. Do it today. Do it sooner than later because you will talk yourself out of it. Our ego is so good at keeping us safe, but also small. And we were never meant to live a safe and small life. We were meant to live a flourishing, thriving, growing, expanding, happy, prosperous, successful life. But we have to be brave, right? Okay, so fourthly, my last point is get people in your corner. And I've talked about this before. I've either blogged about it or made another video. But when you're about to do something brave, new, scary, different, expansive, you're likely going to feel very alone. Because a lot of people stay small and safe. It's the few people who decide to get out, expand, grow, take the risk, change things in their life. So you're going to find yourself in the minority group of people who have the bravery to do something new, big, and expansive. So you're going to feel lonely, but you're not alone. So one way to help combat that loneliness feeling is to get a few people in your corner before you do your thing and say, hey, I'm about to do this big, new, brave, scary thing that you totally believe in me and you totally support me with. Will you please be in my corner? That's totally okay to do. You can totally ask people to be in your corner, to be your cheerleaders, to write positive statements on your wall. I did that. When I came out publicly, I had a core group of people that I messaged ahead of time saying, hey, this is the day I'm coming out. I'm scared. I need you in my corner. Would you please write positive comments on my video when it comes out? That's okay to ask for. So get people in your corner. And also, I want you to know, even if you literally have no one in your corner, there's no one in your family, friends, community who supports you, because that's true. Some people live in very isolated communities that are not open-minded and cannot support people who decide to do something different. I want you to know you're still not alone. You are always supported, you are always loved, you are never alone, because I truly believe we are always connected to the source, whether you call it God, the universe, infinite intelligence, whatever you call it. We are always connected to that source. And at the same time, we are interconnected with everyone on this earth. Okay, we're all connected. So I'm connected to you and you are connected to me, even if we're not even physically in the same area, even if we've never physically met, we are all connected. I truly, truly believe that. And this is why it's crucial for you to flourish, because when you rise, we all rise, because we are all connected. Your flourishing leads to my flourishing. Your bravery leads to my bravery. My bravery leads to your bravery. So we are all connected. You are always supported. You are always loved. I'm here. I believe in you. Oh my gosh, I believe in you. And this hard thing that you feel called to do, do it. I'm here. You're not alone. You can contact me, message me. I'm here. You're never, 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 never alone. So why do I share all this? Because I do believe living a brave life leads to a happy life. Because if you're being brave, that typically means you're being authentic, right? And when you live an authentic life, I believe you have access to the deepest form of happiness there is. And of course, we can use bravery to do stupid things, right? And I'm not saying to be, these are for people who feel brave to do something expansive, beautiful, life-giving, whole and healing and powerful, like that is going to lead to your most authentic life. And I believe that is what's going to lead you to the deepest, happiest happiness you've ever known. And here's a side note. We aren't brave just so we can convince others. right? I didn't come out of the closet as queer just so I could convince others. I have zero interest or energy trying to convince anyone. And if you saw my video I did a couple weeks ago on Facebook Live about how I no longer let trolls get me down, one of the points is that I just decided I'm not here to convince anyone to love me and support me, because I already know I am loved and supported. I already know my own worthiness, so I don't need to try to find that in anyone else, much less a troll who is only there to make me feel bad about myself. Why would I ever look to them to feel good about myself or try to convince them? Being brave has nothing to do about convincing others. Being brave is so you can be you. You're being brave in order to be you. I'm being brave in order to be me, period. Right? Me coming out of the closet was me being me, was me becoming more me being more the true me, the real me, the full me. Right? And also, I do hope that by me being brave, I inspire others to be brave. And when you're brave, you inspire me to be brave. So me being brave has nothing to do with convincing people. Me being brave is about me being authentic and true to who I really am, with the hopes that it'll inspire other people to be true and authentic to who they really are. Because I truly believe when people know what they're worthy of and know their worthiness and know they're loved and supported and live authentic lives, everyone in this world would be better off, because then we'd stop all this pretending and performing and people pleasing and perfectionism just to try to convince people to like us and support us. If we could all be done with the convincing game and know that we're completely worthy of love and support, think of how healthy we would be as a human family and as a world. So being brave, living an authentic life, living a happy life is one of the best gifts you can give this world. And is obviously one of the best gifts you can give yourself. All right, so those are my 4 points. 1, bravery is available to all of us. Bravery is not just for the select few, right? We're all human. We all have fears, but some of us choose to be brave anyway, right? Secondly, if you're going to do something new, different, expansive, or better, you're going to need to be brave. And the good news is bravery is available to you. Thirdly, do what you feel called to do sooner than later. I think it's Jen Sincero who says, if you feel excited and yet terrified, like you want to throw up at the same time, then that means that's what you're meant to do, right? Terrified and thrilled are like the two sides to one coin. Do it sooner than later so you don't talk yourself out of it. And fourthly, get people in your corner so you don't do it alone. So you have support so that you know you are loved. When you start doubting yourself and you start feeling scared, you have people to remind you of your core truths and of the foundation on which you stand. And this will lead to a brave life, which I believe leads to a happy life, which I believe is the most authentic life you can live, and that is the best gift you can give the world. You can do it. You are worthy of being you. You are worthy of being loved. You are worthy of being supported. You are worthy of having it all. All of it is yours. Love is yours. Love is here to stay. Love is yours for the taking. You can have it. You can be you. You can be loved. You can be supported. It's all available to you. Can I get an amen? Woo! I get all fired up. Okay, if this spoke to you, let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you. I create this stuff because I hear from you, right? This video was prompted by 2 people who reached out to me this week, and I'm making it for them and I'm making it for you. So if it speaks to you, let me know. If you want to keep getting this kind of powerful content, subscribe to my channel, right? I do 1 video a week on YouTube. If you want more content like this, follow me on Facebook. I post almost daily with content like this, different stories, inspiration, quotes, to help empower you live your brave and happy and authentic life now. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see more of my day-to-day life, where I'm kind of goofy, dorky, happy old me, and see what I'm up to. Follow, get this content in your life. Feed your soul with which empowers you and makes you feel good and brave and loving and kind, and fills your worthiness bucket because it reminds you of how worthy you are of all the things you desire. All right, I'm done. 19 minutes. I always try to keep these shorter, but I just have so much good stuff to share with you. I love you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. And of course, you can always reach out to me at any time. And if you're interested in having this personal content in your personal life, this is what I do as a life coach, but one-on-one, where all of my content is tailored to your specific circumstances. I meet you in the present. I support you with where you're at, with your goals, and we get you there. Real life, unlimited, ongoing support with a number of coaching packages. So let me know, or check it out at NicoleMitchell.com/coaching to learn more. Love you guys.